And next up, we've got a really special guest. Thanks for being here today, Mr. Wayne Chu. He is another remarkable previous Immigrants of Distinction Awards winner. Mr. Chiu is the founder and CEO of the Trico Group, and he's a mechanical engineer graduate who immigrated from Hong Kong with his wife, Eleanor, in 1982. Under Wayne's leadership, Trico Homes has grown and developed into Calgary's top builders and has achieved platinum status as a best managed company. Wayne's corporate and entrepreneurial acumen has reinforced the value of unleashing our economic, social, and civic potential. Throughout his career, Mr. Chu has been recognized with numerous awards and accolades. Namely, he is a member of the Order of Canada. He also has the Alberta Order of Excellence Award, the Queen Elizabeth II Diamond Jubilee Medal, and the Alberta Centennial Award. In 2014, Wayne and his wife unveiled the Chiu School of Business at the Bow Valley College to recognize the Chiu family's contributions for the support of at the School of Business. It is my pleasure to have you today, Wayne, and over to you for some comments.
Thank you, Haider, for your nice comment. It seemed to be like I kind of embarrassed by all this escalade you mentioned earlier. But anyway, thank you very much for your introduction. Hello, everyone. Good evening. I'm very excited to be here tonight to celebrate this year's Immigrant of Distinction Award. To be nominated for this award is a great recognition of achievement. I was fortunate enough to receive such honor in 2004, and I'm very proud to be part of this tonight. Because of COVID-19, there have been a lot of changes in the last 8 months in Calgary. We have very little time to adjust, and we are forced to adopt the new normal. Tonight, I would like to share with you my personal journey as an entrepreneur of being agile and trying to adapt to the new normal on the same time to show us how to be more innovative in our journey. I hope that you won't be bored. It's a lot of storytelling on this. In business, we have been learning how to adapt to the changing market dynamics and also to build up our ability to evolve and innovate in this COVID-19. Back in 1982, when my wife and I immigrated to Calgary from Hong Kong, it was during the beginning of the economic downturn in Calgary. The boom we expected had disappeared. Think about that. We uprooted ourselves from Hong Kong and were eager to build a better life for ourselves. But instead, what we saw were recessions and unemployment. Some of my friends returned to Hong Kong and some moved to other cities for opportunities. Like most other immigrants, we were scared of the uncertainty and what lied in our future. But like most immigrants, my determination to build a better life for my family drove me to stay and try my best to make it work. So I did. During the period 1989 to during the period of 1982 to 1989, I managed to work as a design engineer in a small company. When that company went under, I became an entrepreneur selling ice cream in downtown Calgary. After 16 months of that experience, I realized I need more challenge than running an ice cream shop. I managed to find a job as a sales engineer again for a pollution control company that required me to travel. I had the opportunity to sharpen my selling skills and talk to different walks of people. During this time, I began to realize that my passion was to own my own business. So in late 1980, after my wife got her chartered accountant designation, and secure a well-paying job to support both of us. We had a great discussion. At the end of the day, I shared with her about my dream to be a true entrepreneur. So with her support, I started a small property management company, and at the same time, tapped into buying and selling real estate. I call this my learning stage. Because of the downturn in the 80s, I learned to accept challenge and continue to improve myself so I can remain competitive. I learned to be tough and resilient as it was difficult to be turned down repeatedly for employment. I also realized that I was a true entrepreneur and like to be in total control of my own destiny. I continue to evolve and learn to accept and fit into the new normal without losing my dream. When I was a kid, my parents told me to be strong, to work hard for what I want, and they left me to solve my own problems. With their guidance and a little bit of luck, I started to expand my horizons in the home building industry. In 1992, I formed my own construction company, Chiu Homes, and started my venture into the new home building business. Things in the 90s continued to be tough. Being a newcomer in a traditional industry without any connection and very little money, I encountered another challenge. No developer would sell me land, and financing with banks was difficult. I had to adapt very quickly and force myself out of my comfort zone. I call this my transformational stage. Although I was confident about my business ideas, I was not 100% comfortable with my communication and my presentation skills. I knew I had to conquer my fears if I want to keep moving forward. After a few speech lessons and taking some business courses at university, I became more confident. I continued to upgrade myself by obtaining the Master Home Builder designation. My education strengthened my business acumen and provided me with a strategic mindset in planning in my business. In addition to that, I participate in community events and submerge myself in the mainstream business environment. I actively reach out to fellow builders and developers to look for opportunity. I seek out business partnership and connect with people. I boldly and bravely share my ideas and opinions with business associates, investors, bankers, and my employees. I knew I would face rejection, discouragement, and defeat. But I also knew that if I try hard enough, I will eventually be successful. This is also the stage when I become a parent. Having children changed my life perspective. Like most other immigrants, family is one of the most important parts of my life. Balancing between pursuing my dream and taking care of my children was a very big task. I was grateful that I had support from my wife and my family. Their sacrifice and hard work had given me the power to manage that balance. Since I started my own company in 1992, the journey has been evolutionary. Chiu has grown many folds over time, and we continue to be the top 5 builders in Calgary for the last 10 years. Today, we proudly build over 11,000 homes in Calgary region. For all of those years of learning and building, 2004 was a pivotal year for me. In the early 2000s, we realized in order to continue our success, we need to look into scaling our company and realigning our business strategy. We brought in consultants and changed our business model to accommodate the expansion. During 2004, Chiu Home was awarded as one of the Canada Best 50 Managed Company. We also received the Generosity of Spirit Award for being a philanthropic company. But for me personally, receiving the 2004 Immigrant of Distinction Award was the most impactful. Being recognized as one of the distinguished immigrants served as a great validation of my hard work and allowed me to serve as a positive encouragement for my children and my fellow immigrants. I would love to see more success stories of immigrants to be recognized in Calgary. During the same year, to reward our team for their hard work and to celebrate our awards, we brought our whole management team and their family for vacation in Phuket, Thailand in December 2004. When the 2004, the big tsunami hit, I was at the ocean. I strapped away into the ocean. Miraculously, I survived the ordeal. It is not hard to imagine for a lousy swimmer like me. I had still fear of going near the ocean and could not even go near the beach for a long time after that incident. Like most people who had near-death experience, I was extremely grateful and started to re-looking at my life and searching the meaning of my life and my survival. From receiving numerous awards to almost losing everything, my life included, I started to do more soul searching. It forced me to think about my life goal and my future direction. I dived deeper into the meaning of empathy and compassion, especially after I saw the deep sorrow and pains of the people impacted by the tsunami. Helping others and giving back to society were always in my genes and my roots and culture. But the tsunami got me thinking of how lucky I was to have a second chance. As an immigrant, I was grateful for the acceptance I had from my fellow Canadians and the opportunities they provide me with. I am ready to give back to the society in an even more impactful way. This was paved the groundwork of creation of Chiu Foundation. After the natural tsunami in 2004, we enjoyed a few years of economic growth. Then it came the world financial tsunami in 2008 and 9. Banks around the world were going bankrupt and business and people were losing their equity and life saving. This served as a wake-up call for me. Although Canada was relatively stable compared to other countries, I want to make sure that my company has the ability to handle crises when they come again. As Alberta was moving into a volatile economy since 2014, I started to think about sustainability, diversification, and succession of the company. We embraced the transformational leadership style with focus to strengthen our corporate culture and to create a sense of ownership amongst our teams. We encourage independent thinking and ask our team to take risks and make change to improve process. We believe that building human capital and allowing younger generation opportunities to achieve is vital to the continued success of any company. We also look at our business model and tap into other fields of business to build diversification and continue to generate business opportunity for Chiu. On the philanthropic side, we officially established Chiu Foundation in December 2008. It is a private foundation and a registered charity with the focus on provoking innovation and building capacity in social entrepreneurship, with the vision that charities can strengthen the ability to serve the society by building capacity and sustainability. Our foundation we try to promote social enterprise and social entrepreneurship thinking across Canada. We also promote for-profit business to put premises in return to all stakeholders, not just to shareholders and the bottom line. We encourage the not-for-profit sector to give consideration to benefit the civil society, incorporate that into their business strategy. Back to 2020. COVID-19 brings a lot of crises, but at the same time create opportunities. But perhaps the most impactful one, it forces us to act quickly and become receptive to innovation and new technology. It's also make us rethink our relationship with our family and friends. Despite physical distancing, it helps us to draw family closer and remind us to treasure our loved ones. All these values are very much in line with most immigrants' values and way of life. In business, we incorporate the philosophy of doing well by doing good into our long-term strategy. To be a successful entrepreneur, I encourage all of you to be agile and continue to learn and seek improvement. With that, I believe that's the learning through my journey as an entrepreneur. One of our advantages of being an immigrant is that we were forced to adopt and change. We're not afraid to embrace new environment and new ideas, because those are the skills that we learn to survive as an immigrant. The journey over the last 38 years since I came to Calgary has been extremely rewarding. I'm grateful that I managed to overcome my fears and was able to continue to move forward and continue to learn. When I look back, it was this hardship along the way that helped me to fulfill my dream to become a successful entrepreneur and taught me to become a contributing member of the society. This experience had made me a strong, empathetic, and a compassionate person. In closing, I would like to congratulate all nominees, finalists, and winners for the recognition of your success tonight. Thank you for bringing your skill, your culture, and your good values to Canada. Let us all keep our good work and continue to build our homes in Calgary and make sure that Calgary is the best place to live on earth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Wayne. And it was an honor to have you speak today. Your story of overcoming the tsunami is a remarkable one. And where you took the obstacle, you faced it forward and head on, and you created the Trico Foundation to give even more. And as Mike Chiu was saying to us earlier, learn, we earn, and we return in the end. So I think you're embodying the principles of unleashing your economic, your social, and your civic potentials.